Welcome to Airbnb Scammers. I'm your host, Chewy. Today we have an Airbnb guest trying to scam me out of $600. So this screenshot I actually posted at the beginning of April, asking my friends on Instagram stories if they notice anything weird or any discrepancies. So if you want to try to figure it out and see if you notice anything, you can pause it right now and you know pause the video and see if you can see what the differences or the discrepancies are. Because I'm about to explain the story and point them out. So the story is I had an Airbnb guest stay for a few days. The night before she's supposed to check out, she messages us and says she wants to extend a night. We say, sure, we're going to send you a request for money on Airbnb and you just pay and you're good to go. She says, oh, I'm getting an error. It won't go through. I can't pay for some reason. So we say, okay, we take Venmo, Cash App, Zelle. She's like, okay, what's your Venmo? So I gave it to her and she sends over 73.72. We got it. No problem. Okay. Next day, she's supposed to check out by 10 a.m. 11 a.m., 12 p.m. rolls around. My cleaner goes in. Her stuff is everywhere. The person is nowhere to be found. So we call her. We follow up. We're like, hey, like, where are you? You're supposed to be checked out by 10 a.m. Your stuff is still there. And she says that she's in the hospital. She got into an accident. And she will come and grab her stuff as soon as the hospital discharges her. And we're like, well, who knows when that will be, right? A few minutes later, she said, oh, okay, well, I want to extend for a week. And she's like, how much? We're like, okay, great. So we tell her it's going to be $600. And she's like, yeah, sure, okay. Afternoon goes by. We haven't heard from her. She hasn't sent the money yet. Evening rolls around. We follow up. And we say, hey, when are you going to send the money? And she's like, oh, okay, give me a few minutes. A few minutes later, she messages me and she sends me this screenshot right here. And I check my Venmo. I see the 73.72. I don't see $600. I ask her like, hey, I don't see it. And she's like, oh, that's weird. I just sent it. I was like, okay, maybe we'll just wait a few minutes. A few minutes go by. Still nothing. That's when I start to take a closer look and I start to see some discrepancies and I notice that this is a Photoshop screenshot. So first thing I noticed was the dollar sign. That dollar sign and that dollar sign, the font is different. This hyphen is thicker than that one. The color is a little bit off. You can see the chewy leaves. They're not really aligned. That house is a lot bigger than that house. And here, this gray line here, all of a sudden, it just is missing a part of the gray line for no reason. And this one I actually didn't even notice until one of my friends on Instagram pointed it out to me. No fee for personal payment. This word payment is spelled very wrong. And it's missing an A, it's missing an E. I don't know why she would have to even try to respell a word. She could have just left it alone, but who knows. Using debit bank or, it's missing words. She cut off the sentence. Here, there's a random gray dot here for some reason. So I finally, realize it's Photoshop and that $600, it's not in my account. So I was like, okay, maybe she just needs a little more time or something. She's in the hospital. I actually looked on my Ring camera and I saw she was pregnant, very pregnant, when the few days she stayed. So I'm assuming she's in the hospital giving birth. So I tell her hey, we didn't get the money. Please call your bank or Venmo when you have time. If we don't get the money by 9 a.m., we're going to have to go in the apartment and clear your stuff out. She's like, okay, sure. 9 a.m. rolls around. We follow up and she's doubling down on her story. I called Venmo. I called my bank. They said the money was deducted. I don't know why you didn't get it. Maybe you should call them. That's when I decide, okay, I'm not going to play with this lady no more. And I go, lady, your screenshot is Photoshopped. And then she doesn't say anything because she knows she's caught red-handed. And she just was like, oh, okay, as soon as I get discharged, I'll come and grab my stuff. And I'm like, listen, we're just going to grab your stuff right now. And we're going to, put it in the trunk and we'll figure it out. So I sent my cleaner in there. She cleans everything up, throws it in her trunk. And this lady still has our key fob. So I'm like, which hospital are you at? We'll come and meet you. We'll exchange things. Give us back the key fob. We'll give you back your stuff. We did all of that. Maybe she just had a baby. She's very busy or tired. I don't know. But she's like, oh, let me send my aunt down. Here's her number. I texted with her, and my cleaner said she spoke to her, but when she got to the hospital, they never met. She was like, they weren't picking up, and then they finally picked up. They said to meet in the lobby. She never came to the lobby. My cleaner had to leave, so they never met them, never met up. And sometime afterwards, I told her just to throw the stuff away, and we'll charge her for the key fob. We'll charge her for the extra night. It's very weird. She never reached back out to us to, retrieve her things. So just be very careful out there, guys. In today's world, AI is very crazy. Don't even talk about pictures. People are not people. Well, people and AI are making some really crazy and realistic videos. You can't even really tell the difference if they're real or fake or not. So making a fake Photoshop picture or screenshot is super easy. I'm just really lucky that this lady was not very good at her job, at this Photoshop job. But yeah, don't go by people's words or screenshots. Always make sure the money shows up in your account. All right, be safe, guys.